This is a Torah scroll. That's the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, and it's from Yemen in the 16th century. And the way we came by it is there's a student organization, Ratio Christi, and they have the local chapters, but then the national organization was given this scroll by an antiquities dealer. And the purpose in giving us this scroll was so that we could take it on tour, so to speak, and educate people around the country about it, take it to all of our different chapters, get it in the hands of students so that they could see it and be a part of the experience. It's made out of calfskin, and it's just distinctive red color that is characteristic of the scrolls that come from Yemen. It's about 79 feet long and has 42 panels that have 220 columns of text on them. So it would have been copied one letter at a time from an original manuscript or an earlier manuscript by a scribe in a process that would have taken about a year at 5 hours a day if you were doing it that way. And they had to say special prayers when they encountered the name of God, and so it was a very lengthy and painstaking process. They had 4,000 rules that they had to memorize regarding the copying of this scroll, and so there are some errors that you can see where they've corrected it, little areas where they've had to scrape off like the top layer of the text and replace it. They would take it out of the action to do that, out of circulation, so that they could then make the corrections necessary, because they took its transmission, its accurate transmission through history, very seriously. What it all really speaks to me, I think, is the importance of how seriously they took it, how this was in use for hundreds of years and would have been passed on, and of course, as such a lengthy thing to produce, they took very good care of it once it was created as well. So I think that's the thing that's mainly impacted me. Some lessons, that I've learned from it are just how accurate it is. A lot of people have said that, well, the Bible is, or even the Torah here, a translation of a translation of a translation. And this is Hebrew to, if we read it in English, it's just Hebrew to English, a single translation. You can compare the texts. And that's one of the neat things too, is you can look at, okay, has it changed over time? Have they fixed errors, or have they let them accumulate? Things like that. So from a scholarly perspective, as far as investigating the history of the text, I think that's something that's very worthwhile to do, to see, okay, well, has it been changed? Has it been transmitted carefully, accurately? So after it leaves Charlestown, it's headed to Front Royal, and I'll be transmitting it there next week. So I'll take it down and we'll do the handoff and sign our lives away and things like that. I like to bring the history to the student, and I think that that's what this is really good for, is bringing it to the student. And many people aren't going to be able to travel. They're going to be in areas where they're deployed, or they're going to be just not able to travel very much, and so they wouldn't get to see some of this history in a museum somewhere where they would have limited access to it. So what we like to do is bring it in to the local chapters. In this case with APUS, then we have digital records of it. We can do online educational resources and tools that we can use at our disposal to bring it a little bit more directly and to show you guys what it looks like hands-on